I have been telling you this for months. Many months. And there are still people that think Gun Interactive, the developers of Friday the 13th game and the Texas Chainsaw Massacre game, you know their track record. Friday the 13th died because of a lawsuit, not abandonment from Gun. However, Texas Chainsaw Massacre was definitely abandoned by Gun, and ever since then, people have been hating on them, rightfully so. I'm not a big fan of them either for that. And now, since Halloween, the game is on the horizon. People think, just because their name's attached to it, that they're going to kill the game. They're going to sunset the game a year in. We'll have news for you. As I have been telling you guys from the very beginning, for those of you naysayers, those that just don't agree with anything, or just don't even care to research, study, and learn, I have an interview here for you. Now, this is only a piece that I'm going to show you. This is the only piece, the most important part of why I'm making this video. Slasher Radio, content creator. If you want to see the full interview that he has done with Wes Keltner, the CEO of Gun Interactive, he himself, like I have been saying, has confirmed he is not in control of Halloween the game. Ilphonic are. Let's go ahead and do this.
As soon as we're doing, Texas, we go all in Texas. It's kind of what we do as a studio, is that we get down and focus on the thing that's in front of us, and we try to make that the best that it can be.
Yeah. And now you're getting down in Haddonfield.
Yeah, that's been an interesting relationship, because this isn't our game. This is Ilphonic's game, and they've been working on it long before we kind of rehooked back up with them. So they had a playable game whenever Chuck, who's a dear friend of mine, the CEO at Ilphonic, and he and I stayed in contact with each other probably every other week, like since 2015. We contact each other just to be like, hey, are you good? Just being two CEOs of studios, like sometimes you need a shoulder to cry on. It's tough.
Absolutely, yeah, sure.
And so we were always kind of checking in on each other, and then he kind of called me one day and was like, I could use some help, and I'm like, okay, let's talk about it. And obviously I would move a mountain to work on Halloween. It's a franchise near and dear to the heart as well, and if there's any way that we can help, like, I'm going to be there to help however they need us. And that was basically the relationship that we put together, was you say when, and whatever you need, and we're there.
And yeah, widely reported that, this was heavily developed, before you guys got involved, but knowing what you know about the game, obviously, we're not going to get into the weeds on it or anything.
I told you so. I've been saying it for months. And all those people that say that the game will die 6 months to a year on arrival, guess what? Ilphonic has plans for great content coming for year one. Depending on how the game sells, depending on the player base, which, come on now, there's going to be a player base regardless. Predator Hunting Grounds, 6 years on as of the other day, still has a player base. Ilphonic's game. They're still supporting it. Ilphonic, they have better track record. They still support their games. They still have a player base. Hell, Texas Chainsaw still has a player base, even though it was abandoned and all that crap, but that is not the point. The point is, get your heads out of your ass, people. Just because Gun's name is on the game does not mean they have control. They don't have a say in anything for the future or longevity of Halloween the game. Ilphonic has a say. Ilphonic's in control. Ilphonic are better. And let me tell you something right now. I'm going to be one of those people that is going to support the game till the very bitter end. However long that'll be. For better or worse. Because I am a true Halloween fan. I'm a hardcore Halloween fan. I am a Halloween purist. At least I think so. I like to think that of myself. That is my childhood movie. That is the ultimate childhood movie. I have been watching that movie since I was 6 years old. No pun intended. Yeah, but anyways. There you go, guys. There's your confirmation. I hope you guys enjoyed that video. And I hope you enjoyed this video. And by the way, be sure to check out Slasher Raider for the full interview, because there's like over an hour long. There's a lot of great things that Wes Keltner's got to say about his company and the games he's done and what he's got plans for, and just the Elphonic too. He mentions Elphonic quite a bit. So, yes, watch it. You'll get a lot of information. A lot. Research, study, and learn, people, instead of jumping to conclusions and judging. Just so you can be wrong. But hey, what am I to say? I'm just defensive, I guess. Because no one's going to ruin my experience for Halloween. Alright, guys. Hope you enjoy. I can't talk anymore. You see what happens when Freddy Krueger takes control of my channel for like 2 weeks? Whatever. Be sure to like and subscribe for more content like this, especially for Halloween the game. And I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace out. Have a good one.